edition of the show. Doesn't it feel like it's already should be Friday to you?
Yeah, it definitely feels like now with sports back, I thought I'd have more of a schedule. Really, it kind of feels like Monday through Sunday. It doesn't matter at all.
Well, with all these NBA games in the middle of the day, it's just like perpetual March Madness first couple of days of the tournament where there's just games on all the time.
NHL too.
Yeah, NHL. I mean, I don't know. I was talking about this yesterday with the NHL, and I don't want hockey fans to be upset over this because I absolutely adore the sport of hockey.
Yes.
Watching a hockey game is a serious commitment.
Yes.
Because if you're going to watch it, you have to pay attention. Mm-hmm. And so I have a hard time following non-Avs hockey games because I'm like, I have to commit 100% attention to this or else I'll miss all the moments.
Right.
A basketball game, you can put it on in the background. You can look up, you can see a little run, and then you can go back to what you're doing. Baseball's the same way. Even football, to an extent, you don't have to be fully engaged at all moments. Yeah, hockey, if you're looking down, you're going to miss the game-changing play, and then why did you even watch in the first place?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it sounds like we need to be placing more hockey bets so you can be invested.
That's true. That is true. I need some sharp advice so I can get in on some hockey games and cheer on like the Winnipeg Jets or something.
I saw a guy, Rudo, put on a meme that basically suggested the over is going to hit in every one of these Blackhawks-Oilers games. It's been like 6-3 on either side the first two games. So.
Is it tied?
Yep, all tied up at 1.
Not as many sweeps as we were expecting.
No, the NHL seems like a safe bet to hit a lot of underdogs and make a decent profit, at least early on.
I love NHL always has such great parity. It's awesome. It's so great. Okay, real quick, recapping last night. We were just, before we went live on the show, just remarking on how incredible it is that Vegas how perfectly they set these lines. On the show, I gave out 13.5. Earlier in the day, it was 13 for the Rockies over-under. How? I don't know, but the number lands exactly on 13. So if you listened to the show, you took the 13.5. Congratulations on your half-point win. Yeah. If you happened to jump in earlier, you pushed, which pushes are wins in my book. They're basically like taking buyouts. So not terrible, but it's just crazy. I mean, like, how did they know Ryan McMahon was going to boot that routine grounder to second base and blow it for the people who had the 13? So.
Yeah, that was. Oh, Henry took the Nets to win. That's the one we're all monitoring because the Nets against the Bucks could be had at plus 1,500 going into this, and they're threatening.
Nets up 3 with 6.8 seconds left. I do not know who has the ball. That changes things significantly, but
I took the Nets at plus 11.5. Still got that at plus 270.
And we're going to talk a little bit about some NBA underdogs a little bit later. So anyways.
Dude, crazy, though, with the Rockies.
Yeah.
And I had the Rockies at under 6.5, and an Owings homer got that.
like and the Rockies scored 7.
The least likely guy to get it, yeah.
So you had a half point loss, half run loss.
Yep.
And then we had a half run cover on the under. Nuggets earlier in the day just absolutely took care of business from a prop standpoint. I mean, you could have had anything out there and you probably would have hit. So I gave out the Jokic over 20.5.
Yep.
He actually made me sweat it a little bit, and then he ended up blowing it away in overtime. But he hit that in regulation. You had Millsap over 12.5. He hit that like early in the
quarter.
Early in the third quarter. That was an easy one. We talked about the Jokic over 37.5 total. He blew that away with points, rebounds, and assists.
Yep.
And what's a bummer is in the Nuggets' first game, I had taken Jokic to get a triple-double at 7-1. And I totally would have gone back to that yesterday, but it wasn't there. And, of course, in overtime, he finishes off the triple-double. And that would have been a fun one.
What he didn't get was the over 1.5 threes, which I dabbled with but didn't make a pick. That's not hitting. All the over 3 points made is not hitting, and he scored a ton of points, had 5 3-point attempts, could not hit one.
Blame Harrison. Shooter's paradise. Where's the shooter's paradise?
Where is the shooter's paradise?
I actually think it has been bearing itself out in other games, just not for the Nuggets.
Fair enough.
Michael Porter Jr., shooter's paradise for him.
Dude, where was my Michael Porter line?
I know.
That would have been amazing.
No prop on Michael Porter Jr. No prop on Bol Bol. We're really getting screwed over here. We need these obscure lines.
We do. That's our jam.
Another one we talked about yesterday, Chichi Gonzalez. Over 2.5 strikeouts. I said stay the hell away from it. He's actually terrible. Despite what did he pitch? 2 1/3, 3?
Yeah, 2 and
something like that. He still got it.
2 2/3. Yeah, it was not good. I had the Pacers over. Yeah, and there you see our records.
I went 2-0 okay. on the night.
Yeah, your 2 locks hit.
Yeah, I only took locks. And,
that was good. I took
hit.
DeGrom over the 7.5 strikeouts, per your suggestion.
Yes.
And then, I split my NBA picks because the Grizz didn't get it done, but luckily the Pacers took care of the minus 8.5 points. Pacers kind of becoming my team now.
So this whole time when we were leading up to this, I was thinking to myself, man, I can't wait until sports come back and, we know these people. But I wasn't even thinking along the lines of what I really should have been thinking is I can't wait until Denver sports come back, where we really have an inside line of knowledge, not just of our own base knowledge, but we have, experts that share an office with us that we can glean advice from. And we'll have this graphic sometime later in the week. But our record on betting on Denver teams has been off the chain so far. Good.
Bodes well for our futures on the Broncos.
Yes, it does.
Or props, whatever.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into today. Actually,
we should mention the over for the Nuggets set at 219. No matter what, whether they won it or in regulation or in overtime, whoever won in overtime, it was going to hit the over, but they were tied. They had 218 on either side, but it doesn't matter because the tie wasn't going to go through.
Right.
But that's another one where, how does Vegas know? They set it at 219. Regulation ends with a combined 218 points. Insane.
It's pretty scary, honestly.
Yes.
It makes you question everything you know about anything.
Pretty much.
Quickly, shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. You can head over to DraftKings Sportsbook now and use the code DNVR to get a $1,000 sign-up bonus. $1,000 sign-up bonus at DraftKings Sportsbook when you use the code DNVR, and you can get in on all this fun stuff. We're going to talk about a little odds boost they have for us later in the day. There's always great stuff. There's the 110-point protection today. If you bet on an NBA team and they score 110 points and lose, you get a free bet back. There's all sorts of great stuff. I'm still sitting on my Jokic free bet from the weekend based on his points, rebounds, and assists. So make sure you get over to DraftKings Sportsbook, download the app, and get in on the action with us. Of course, you must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough, and restrictions do apply. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. All right, let's move on here and talk about today. Unfortunately, we're a little late to the draw here because I have a teaser that I'm giving out that I guess you can't get in on now because that game just tipped off a few seconds ago. But I got to be honest, I didn't love the slate today, so I had to dig kind of deep to find some stuff that I liked, and I had to use a teaser, which obviously in the name it teases you by making you think you like stuff that you might not even actually like. I went with the 5-point teaser, 2 NBA games here, both underdogs. So I teased the Suns up to plus 13.5 going up against the Clippers, and then I got the Blazers up to 9 going up against the Rockets. I mean, in my opinion, the Blazers should be able to score with them.
Blazers are looking good.
With how awful their defense is over there in Houston. So I think at least they'll keep the game close. I don't know what's going to happen late. And then the Suns, I don't know. I just had a good feeling about that one. 13.5 points, I'll take it.
Yeah, and I went the other way. I really like the Rockets in this one. I took the Rockets with some points, in fact, because, I just think the Rockets are looking good, and I like that up-and-down style. The Blazers, with having Nurk back, are really benefiting and looking a lot more like the playoff team from a season ago than the kind of team that wasn't figuring out things this year. But against the Rockets, that's really contrasting styles with the, wide open, small ball that the Rockets are going to implement. And they've just looked so good early on, beating the Bucks, beating the Mavs in overtime. That I kind of like Houston. I really like your thinking with the Clippers, or going against the Clippers and taking the Suns, though, with the Lakers having locked up their 1 seed already. Yeah,
obviously the Clippers still playing for the 2 seed with the Nuggets. But I don't know. I think that one's going to be a little bit closer. The Clippers absolutely destroyed the Pelicans the other night. I feel like maybe that was their best punch. They might come off it a little bit today. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't love the slate. I had to talk myself into something.
I like that. I'm kind of kicking myself for not including the Suns as one of my picks. I like the Suns. They lost me some money because I went with the Mavs in their first game.
So you have Rockets -5. I have Portland +9. So we just needed to
we can help each other out.
let's get a little 6-point
That's right.
Rockets win, and we can both be happy.
Yeah, exactly. But you buried the lead. We do have a Colorado game today.
Yes, I was gonna I wanted to get that one out of the way.
Because it's live and going on. Right.
The score was 2-1 when I said that. It's not like I was trying to sneak it in later in the show.
Right.
You know?
Okay, I hear you.
We do have a Colorado game. We have a Marquez game, and that makes us happy because he's awesome.
Yes.
And dominant. Once again, though, despite Don Herman being on the mound, we have a
all-timer.
Very high over-under set once again. I'm going to keep going back to this well, even though I'm only what am I? I think I'm 2-1 betting these.
I think you're right.
No, 2-2. 2-2 betting these unders. Because, and to be fair, the two that one of the two. What am I?
I think you're like 3-1.
I think I'm 2-1. 2-1 or 3-1. The one that I lost was because of Wade Davis.
Yeah.
And he has since been catapulted to the surface of the sun, so we're good on that. He's not going to do that anymore. So I'm going to take the under again. I think Herman throws a gem, and, the Rockies don't have to score 11 runs to win.
And you like the Giants' offense, as in you don't like the Giants' offense. They don't scare you, so betting against them is just fine. Kevin Gausman on the other side. So
Kevin Gausman, Colorado guy.
Colorado kid. So... And I don't know, does that hurt you? Does that help you?
Well, if you take out the fact that he hasn't been a very good pitcher at the major league level, it helps you because you're like, oh, he's pitched at altitude before. He knows how to do that.
Yeah, I guess it's been a minute though, right?
I don't have much confidence in him. But also, I was going to say in front of his family, but I guess he can't even do that. So we'll see what happens. But he will be more comfortable. He's not going to be afraid of Coors. That was what Drew was saying on Friday, right? It was that guy's first start in Coors, and that could be tough. It's not going to happen for Gausman.
He's at least played the state championship there. We know that much, right? Or some sort of state all-star game.
Yeah, all-star game, yeah.
And I'm taking Don Herman over 5.5 strikeouts. That's undefeated on that, making it my lock at +100. Very nice value there.
The thing here, just to keep in mind for the folks at home, is the Giants aren't a big strikeout. They don't have the big power hitters that are just swinging for the fences all day. They've got a bunch of no-names who like to make contact.
A bunch of penny pinchers. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, but you dance with the ones that bring you. So you're 2-0 on Don Herman. You're going to go back to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's hit more than the unders hit for you, so I'm going to stick to it.
Yes, I really. What am I on those unders?
We're gonna figure it out.
I missed it on Friday. I hit it on Saturday.
I'm intrigued. By an under 6.5 in the first 5 innings.
Under 6.5 in the first 5.
Because I'm trusting Don Herman again.
Yes.
And the Rockies bats, they're kind of they're taking a while to warm up. So I think that's a safe bet. And also taking the Giants under 4.5 runs. So those are 2 more to look out for today.
Dre, it's over. And Brooklyn has pulled off, based on spread, the biggest NBA upset in 25 years. They were plus 18.5.
Insane.
Absolutely insane. And I saw DraftKings put out there that some guy bet $500 on the Nets, which... If you have $500 to just throw on that, then what? I mean,
anyone.
We said the number earlier, but he's happy now. I think it was like $500 to win $8,500.
Unreal.
What an upset! What an upset!
Crazy.
One thing I wanted to look at here. I had it earlier, but the number left me. Nolan gets his first home run last night, and I've been very confident that once he gets off that schneid, he's gonna start hitting him again. So as it stands right now, Nolan to hit another home run tonight, plus 290.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we always usually go for the home run and team to win just to check it out. That's plus 415. So if you're looking to chase a little more value, confident in the Rockies with Herman on the mound, then you go back to that.
You'd think that'd be higher.
I know. But they know,
They know it.
They know.
And you could bookend that because Daniel Murphy, the other guy who homered yesterday, plus 725 to go do that on back-to-back days. So I know. But still.
He is raking, though. I'll give him that.
He's raking, man. He's killing it.
Nolan, over 1.5 hits, I kind of like as well. I'm personally not going down that road because like I said, I don't think that'd be fun to have to sweat out every at bat.
Yeah.
Plus 145.
Yeah,
so I think he's seeing the ball a lot better. I think he's about to get hot. And you can probably ride that.
And a minus 200 favorite. I got in on the Rockies live betting. One thing DraftKings is doing, you get a 10% odds boost on MLB live bets. Waited for them to get down 3-1 and then live bet the money line, and that came through. So, they're minus 200 today against the Giants. That's if you want to take the money line. I'd wait it out just a second and then get some juice.
There you go.
Speaking of raking, we have new shirts.
Yeah,
we do.
right.
Yes, if you are
almost on cue.
If you want to rep the Rockies and their raking offense, we just want them to rake that much.
That's exactly right.
Rake the proper amount.
Yeah.
You can't. If you over rake, you could ruin the grass.
Right. The description talks about Nolan, Story, Dahl, Rymack. There's no mention of Owings in there, okay? So settle down, everyone. There's a limit
like
to
330.
it. Dude, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Daniel Murphy can't get love no matter what. He's hitting 346. Didn't make it in there either.
Do it for more than a week.
Anyways, we have a sweet new shirt. There it is. You can see it on the screen. Colorado Rakes. I'm obsessed with it. Did you notice
beautiful.
that the rake is also a bat? Did you catch that little detail?
Oh, no, I did not, but I see it now.
Oh, everyone in the office is blown away by this as I said it.
Baffled. One of those little egg. What are those?
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs in there. Yep, there
Just
you
a little
go.
egg.
Just a little egg, yeah.
Love a little egg. All right, anything else that you want to talk about before we move on to the next segment here?
No, as far as the Rockies, that's about all I've got. But man, sets up nicely now with the big three at home against the lowly Giants. Got to take care of business. Pulling one off yesterday while being down 4-1 and Chi not taking care of business, that was huge. Now you can keep this momentum going. Man, they've really got a huge opportunity the next week or so.
Stay undefeated in series if they. Oh well, this is a 4-game series, so they could stay undefeated in series if they win tonight because even if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Since tomorrow is going to be a jam-packed show with 3 different Denver sports games going on tomorrow, we're not going to be able to talk about PGA. I'm actually not going to be here. I'm moving tomorrow. So quickly we'll get into our PGA picks. And more importantly, we got to get our guy Spencer's PGA picks because he hooked us up for the WGC. He gave us 3 top 10s. 2 of them hit, and they were juicy hits.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we were actually plus 8 units on those 2 top 10s hitting.
On golf top 10s?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you'll
crazy.
take those all day, every day. So we're going to start with his picks that he sent to me. He wasn't able to hop on with us here, but there they are right in front of you. Patrick Cantlay, top 10. You can lay some money down on Cantlay to get plus 275 for in the top 10. He was 3rd at the PGA Championship last year. He's a California kid, so he's probably a little bit home field advantage for him. I'm sure he's played around there a little bit. Next one here is Xander Schauffele, plus 225, top 10. In Spencer's word, it's about time he added a major to his resume. Used to coastal conditions. Man, I was watching live from the PGA on Golf Channel this morning, and it does not look fun to be there. Like, I don't know why they're. The one place where it's like never actually warm is San Francisco, and that's where they're playing this. And it was like foggy, and they're gonna have fog all week. So it looks like long sleeves and pants, and that. Well, I guess they have to wear pants, which is so dumb.
That's why I like the next pick.
Yes, and that leaves us the last one here. Tyrell Hatton, plus 500 to get in the top 10, which is some serious juice for a guy who's 14th. In the world rankings, won the Arnold Palmer, top 3 at the RBC, top 4 at the Rocket Mortgage.
Yep, playing well.
4 wins on the European Tour. This is going to be some European-style golf potentially.
Exactly, yeah. With the weather, with the fog, someone like Hatton, he's used to these conditions. He's going to be right at home. Horses for courses. Horses.
That didn't work out. The Horschels for Coursels didn't
Doesn't
work out.
happen, huh?
He was the one that we missed last week. Love Spencer. Love all of his picks. Here's my analysis on this tournament. Don't overthink it. Just take the best golfer in the world. And that, as it stands, is Justin Thomas. He's so consistent. Look, if you want to throw a top 5, top 10, I'm confident in any of those bets. But for me, I'm gonna take him to win the tournament at plus 900.
Win it all,
Yep.
huh?
Yep.
Now, Brooks is second. Brooks finally showed some signs of life last week. We've always said he only plays his A game when it matters.
They were showing him warm up on the green today, and he missed like 3 5-footers in a row, and I scratched him off my list right then and there.
Okay, say no more. And Bryson, does Bryson have the juice in this one? Bryson's falling apart after that 10 hit hole or 10 stroke hole.
It's
huh?
way more fun
It's
to
done.
root against Bryson than it is to
Aw,
root for
how
him.
dare you.
Unless they have his longest drive props,
Ryan.
we'll take his long drive props. But I don't want him to succeed.
How dare you disrespect thick Bryson like that? Wow.
He's so douchey. The red ants thing. Did you hear about this?
No,
Did we
I
talk
guess
about
I'm
this?
No.
We talked about this on Big Drive Energy, which you should absolutely listen to the first episode of Big Drive Energy. And last week, he's standing over a ball. He's put it in a bad spot. He calls over a rules official and asks for a free drop because there's not one, but 2 red ants around his ball, and that's supposedly dangerous.
Okay.
So that's why we're not rooting for Bryson.
I would tell thick Bryson, if you're scared of the red ants, imagine them on your ball, how scared they are of you hitting it. Yeah.
It was an elephant mouse type of
I
situation.
guess so. Yeah, sure sounds like
So anyways, I'm taking Justin Thomas.
Okay.
I'll just ride him. Like, he is so consistent. It's so good.
He is. He does not. That consistency really gives you some confidence as a bettor.
Yeah, and I do
nice to
like
trust.
Morikawa on most weekends, but this is a big right to left course. And
Do we have the ants footage?
Oh, we have the ants video. Oh, you don't want to watch this. This is just gonna make everyone sad. This is just embarrassing.
Oh, hello, I'm on here. Somehow on the stream.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi, Holly.
Okay, we're gonna watch Bryson. Oh, here comes the rules official. Gotta
Oh boy.
hop on the cart and ride all the way over there. We're talking about ants here, Andre.
This is insane. What is going on right now?
Like,
You keep watching. Literally is pointing them out.
Wow.
ants.
Huh.
We talk about ants.
Boy, that set my getting back into golf back a little bit, huh?
You know, as Mitch said on Big Drive Energy, don't be that guy.
Do not be that guy.
Do not be that
That's
golfer.
really,
Like
rough look.
it's you always play with a guy who's like looking for a ruling. He's like, the sprinkler head is it's pretty close to me here. Do I get a drop from this?
Don't like that.
You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I want JT. I trust
like
him.
this. I like this.
He can hit buttery draws around those trees all day, and I think he's going to play great. I don't want to overthink this one. I think he's the best golfer. He's playing the best golf.
It's a great
Seems
field
easy.
too, so you can get him at plus 900, which not bad.
Yeah, 9-1 for a favorite.
Yeah, pretty good
Feels pretty good.
for sure.
So,
For sure.
anything else? You said you told me you've got this big slate. So
Full
I'm
slate.
just go off.
Full slate. We've got three sports I'm interested in making official picks for tomorrow.
Look at this. They
And,
could barely fit this on the graphic, Andre.
That's true. That's true. We've got a Europa League. I thought soccer was done.
What
No,
even
we're back
is
to.
that?
Okay, so we've got the Champions League. That's where the champions of all the leagues play each other. And it's the top 2, 3, 4 teams, the big dogs.
Yeah.
Europa League, it's the guys who couldn't quite make the big dog cut. But they're still, we've got Manchester United, we've got Inter.
Correct me if
here.
I'm wrong here. If you win the Europa League, you get to go in next year's Champions League.
That's one benefit. And then you will play in the European Super Cup. One final to rule all for a super champion against the winner of said Champions League.
Oh, you get to prove that the little guys can hang around
That's
too.
right. Win that, you go to an international.
Stop.
No, it's true. it's the champions from each continent, and it's like a 4-game thing, and you win that, and you're good.
And then the intergalactic
No,
championship series. No?
We haven't got to that level.
We're not
yet.
going against All right.
We're waiting for Mars to respond to our emails. They're like you about responding to emails. So, I'm taking my big dogs. I'm betting against Inter, of course. So I'm taking Getafe to advance at plus 200. Copenhagen, a great city in the world. I'm taking them to advance as well. I just feel good about the value that we have against, the champions in the Turkish league, Istanbul. I can't say their name. I already took the Nets plus 11.5. That's hit already. I'm taking the Mavs minus 10. That's going to ruin everything here. As we said, Rockets plus 5. We talked about that. And finally, the Tampa Bay Rays to go over 5.5 runs. I've told you I'm betting against the Red Sox and their terrible pitching until things show any different.
Yeah, so don't be confused by the graphic here. It's
over.
over 5.5, not 4.5.
Yeah,
4.5 or 5.5.
4.5.
Okay, over. You said 5.5. The graphic says 4.5.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is 4.5.
Over 4.5.
4.5. The Red Sox have had less than 5 runs scored on them only twice this season.
Wow.
So, come on. Easy money. Easy money. The Rays will get it done. And as you see, everything in the plus. So value galore.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, Andre loves a good value buy.
Sure do.
All right. Well, best of luck, sir, on your massive card there. I've given out 2 picks to your 5, 6. How many was that? 7 picks.
7.
Yeah.
There you go.
2, but in the end, it's all about those units. So
it is.
We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, we'll see if the parlay I putting those all together hits. Because
speaking of parlays, before we get out of here,
Yes.
since I'm not going to be on the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm putting in the all Colorado parlay.
Ooh.
Because Rockies, Nuggets, and Avs all in action tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sign me up for all 3. John Gray on the mound for the Rockies.
Yep.
Avs taking on the quote-unquote 4 seed.
That's
here.
right, the Stars.
The last team to get into the round robin.
Jim Montgomery, former D head coach.
The Nuggets are playing
You got this.
a team. And they're going to win.
A former ABA foe and the San Antonio Spurs, so easy win.
Right.
Easy win.
The Spurs, it escaped me there for a second.
The Spurs are trying to win. It's just no one they're are trying to lose, but no one they're playing is taking them up on that offer, unfortunately. So I think the Nuggets will.
Beware of Derek White. That's all I'll say.
Indeed. Yes.
Beware of Derek White. All right. That's going to wrap it up for us today on DNVR Bets Daily. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and good luck on your bets.